Oops, my bad. One Piece came out today, so I had to go off and go ahead and read some of that. But anyways, today we're going to do a continuation of the previous video, talking a little bit about corporate structure, right? So we're going to go a little bit more in depth of what corporate structure is and how to set up a proper corporate structure. So in the last video, I talked about, you create your LLC, right? And that's on LegalZoom or something, and Zen Business, Syncfile, whatever they have, you do it on that profile, right? All right, so now you have this LLC, but you didn't make it with the, corporate structure to properly protect yourself because it has your name on it. So your name is right here. So now anytime somebody looks at you, looks for your business and tries to see, who owns it so they could sue you and stuff, they'll be like, oh, you own the business. So you know what? We're going to go after your business and we're going to go after you. And you don't want that because that, of course, provides a big major problem for you. So let's talk about the proper way. Right, and I'll show you in our case. So in our case, we have two LLCs, right? That looks like CC. And these both are outside of the corporate structure, right? The most basic corporate structure that you want to have, one LLC in Wyoming. So you want to have one LLC in Wyoming, or it could be a different state as well, depending on what you're going about. But this is kind of the most basic setup that you could possibly have, right? So you have Wyoming, and that's going to provide you with a lot of privacy. Your name's not going to be on it, right? And then you're going to have this is your holding company. So your holding company is going to own every other LLC that you form. So let's say you form just one LLC, right? And this will be your acquisitions. I'm going to leave it at that because my spelling is beautiful. Now, when it comes to, you can get these two other LLCs and put them into your corporate structure, but these have your name on it. So once you put this into your entities, now guess what? This whole thing, the privacy gets ruined because you just added your LLCs. So that's why I say we made a $1,000 mistake, but we didn't know that, this is the proper way to form it. Now, if we want to go more deeper into it, above the holding company, you would have something that's called, we'll put it over here, a trust. Now, a trust is, a living revocable trust, or whichever one you set up. Of course, you're going to set this up with somebody else. So everything that you see here, you're not going to be the person setting it up. You're going to have somebody set it up, because if you set it up, this is the issue, right? You just ruin your privacy. So let's say, for example, just with these two LLCs, let's say, for example, somebody sues you. You're not doing business out of this one. You're doing business through this one. So the only company they could sue is this one right here. That's the only company they could sue. And now if all the assets that you have are moved over to this LLC, or potentially you have another LLC where you hold your assets, right? This is where the spider web forms. And this LLC
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. This is just like showing you the other. But every LLC, bless you. Every LLC will be owned by the holding company. So no matter what, everything is owned by the holding company, so that you have that privacy from this one originally. Now, let's say they sue you here, right? But let's say you're buying real estate. So this one does the acquisition, and then you assign it, which is a term in real estate. We'll go deeper into that, into this company. So now this has your houses. So this LLC doesn't own the houses. So you get sued, and this LLC has no money because the money will end up going to the holding company. No houses, no properties, no assets because that's going to a different company. So now when this company gets sued, it has no assets, no anything. So you can't really get sued for much in this scenario. So I could go deeper. You could have a super spider web, like every single business you acquire could be a part of this structure. So it could be, you know, as many as you want to make it. It could be as crazy as you want to make it, right? You could have 50, 100, hundreds of these, right? And pretty much it could be a different company. It could be all in the same realm of things that work with your company, so that now you're not doing outside work. So let's say, for example, this is a fix and flip company, right? And then you need a landscaping company, right? In order to do the landscaping. So now you just kind of eliminated a landscape company from your whole process because you're doing business with your business. So you're in turn making the money yourself. And then of course you need, you know, contractors or you know, people to fix the property. So then boom, you just continue it on until you have every sector of businesses that coincides with your main business. So that's pretty much how it is. Now let's just hit you with what you should be doing. Alright, so the most simple structure, right? Anytime you're setting things up originally to start proper corporate structure and not have to redo stuff, you want to do just your holding company. I say Wyoming because that state has a lot of privacy in terms of corporate structures. And then whatever else. It could be, you know, from Texas, New York, Florida, whatever other company you want to set up. Alright, so this is the most basic structure. So you want to always have two. Preferably start off with 3. So you have your one business that does, again, the acquisitions, and this LLC holds your assets, or however you want to set it up. Now, the company that we use to set it up, sponsor me, Prime Corporate. See, can I spell? My wife will fact check me right now. Services. You see, I'm nice. So this is the company we use to set everything up, and that having again, it could be a lawyer, it could be one of these service companies that provide this service, but this is the company that we use and a bunch of people in our network use, and pretty much they know their information, and they'll be able to give you a lot more information than what I can give you. But yeah, make sure you set it up with somebody else. That's the most important part.
Do your research, of course. Don't just
Always
set it up with anybody.
Always do your due diligence. Don't even take my word for what I said. You gotta do your own research, do your own due diligence, so you know for yourself and you find the information, right? I'm only here to provide you with a tiny bit of information so then you could go run with it. But do your research. You can set a free consultation with them. They'll walk you through the process of how they do things and any other questions that you have about, you know, corporate structures and all that stuff. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Father Manway, and we are out.
Look, you guys are matching.
Oh yeah, that definitely worked.